Hi friends, I am Siddharth Jain. I secured All India rank 13 in Civil Service Examination 2015. I have secured the same rank, that is 13, in Indian Forest Service Examination 2015. My background is I am a mechanical engineer from IIT Roorkee and I have passed out in 2014. My scores in this paper, in this examination are as follows. In essay paper, I have secured 142 marks. In General Studies paper 1, I secured 103 marks. In General Studies paper 2, I secured 86 marks. These are approximate marks. In General Studies paper 3, I secured 97 marks, and in General Studies paper 4, I secured 99 marks. My mathematics marks were 268, and my optional and my interview score was 187. The optional that I chose for this examination was mathematics. First of all, mathematics as a subject interests me a lot. Secondly, it is a very objective optional. The answers that you write in this paper will never depend on the perspective of the paper checker. And thirdly, the syllabus in mathematics is static. That is, it doesn't change year to year. It is not based on current affairs. That is a case in various humanities optional. So because of these things, I chose mathematics as an optional. The strategy to prepare this examination is first be at par with all the other students and then focus on certain subjects that can boost your rank. The other things that should be in you is proper time management, proper dedication and good direction in which you study. So for this examination, what I did was I made General Studies paper 4, that is Ethics, Integrity, Aptitude, Essay and Mathematics as the papers which I wanted to boost my rank. So this was my overall strategy in the framework of continuity, time management and hard work. To prepare for General Studies paper, first of all I covered all the static portions. So there are some static topics that have been mentioned in the syllabus. So you should have a overall broad knowledge about those topics. Now building on that static knowledge, I used to develop a platform based on my analytical skills, how I used to develop those topics. For example, if there is a question on governor, so how will I answer it? First of all, I'll build a static platform by reading the standard books, that which article refers to governor and what does it say. Then building on that platform, I'll use my current affairs knowledge, that what are the various Supreme Court judgments related to the governors and what are the present issues related to it. This was my overall strategy for entire General Studies paper 2 and General Studies paper 3. Mathematics preparation strategy dwells on the following. First of all, you have to complete the entire syllabus and then you have to practice a lot, because practice is the only key to success in mathematics. So how do you practice in maths? So first I followed all the IMS notes that were given by sir, and then I went through the standard books that have been mentioned in various blogs. After that I used to practice previous year's questions for mathematics, and I did IMS test series for the present year and for the last years also. So my overall strategy was practice as much as possible. Now coming to specific topics, I used to make short notes for each and every topic. For example, taking the example of ordinary differential equation, I would prepare short notes about the formulas used in this chapter. Further, I also write the tricky questions in a copy so that I can revise them later. So you can either mark the questions in the book or you can collect them in your copy. So this was my overall strategy in mathematics. Apart from this, the time frame that I devoted was around 50% to my option and 50% to the rest of the papers.
The difference with options like mathematics and also physics, chemistry, and the engineering options with other humanity options is this, that whatever you write in your answer sheet, it won't depend on the perception or subjectivity of the paper checker. Because if you have seen geography optional paper number 2, it is very much similar to General Studies paper. What happens is, like if you are attempting geography paper, you see the paper 2, you see the questions of optional geography paper 2, and then what you will analyze is, it is very much similar to General Studies paper. Though I am not disrespecting that optional, you also have to put geographical point of view, but it is very much similar to General Studies. So what happens during the preparation, you will understand one thing, we are studying too much, but there is one point where we have a fear that maybe our point of view will be in contradiction with the point of view of paper checker. This thing is avoided in mathematics and all other objective options. I am calling these objective because it doesn't depend on the subjectivity of the examiner. So this thing is avoided in options like mathematics, physics, chemistry and engineering options. Now so we have a set of options that are good than other options according to the parameters that we have laid down right now. But how do we choose options between mathematics, physics, chemistry, and why are we choosing mathematics over these options? The reason is, there is no concrete point, but if you see the last year marks, you see mathematics fetches you very good marks. This time the highest I think is 326 in mathematics. It is the highest in all the options. Last year the highest was 343, that was also in mathematics. 346 लास्ट ईयर रैंक 8, दैट वाज आल्सो द हाईएस्ट. एंड मेरे ख्याल से उसके बाद 20-30 मार्क्स तक देयर वाज नो अदर ऑप्शनल. सो इफ यू आर getting a lead of 20-30 marks, it is a very good lead. So you are here with a very safe optional. The third point that makes it a very attractive optional is that it can also help you in Indian Forest Service. That is also an all India service and it is a very good service. But the optionals that you have to select in Indian Forest Service are different from the civil services optional. Some of the optionals. For example, you don't have pol science as an optional in Indian Forest Service. So those optionals, even if you take in civil services, it won't help you providing a backup in services like Indian Forest Service, जो कि मैथमेटिक्स आपको प्रोवाइड करता है, इवन फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री प्रोवाइड करता है, बट मैथमेटिक्स हैज अदर एडवांटेजेस आल्सो. So this is the general background, and that's why I say you're safe in mathematics as an optional. Now, because all of you are freshers, I'll try to iterate my examination strategy and what all I went through, so that you can get a brief idea. The doubt session I think we can take at the end, the three of us together. I started the preparation in third year of my college, or a very serious preparation in the fourth year of my college. So it took me 2 years to get a decent rank in this examination. So first of all, the thing is, there are many things to read in civil services. Because when you enter into the market of civil services, you'll understand that there are so many sources and so many materials to study from, that the first task in front of us is to choose the correct material, what to study from. So I won't tell you the material right now, because it is now बहुत सारे blogs हैं, there are many blogs written on which is the correct material to follow. So you can follow those materials, or we can even answer this in question answer session, कि इस सब्जेक्ट के लिए कौन सा आपने मटेरियल पढ़ा, इस सब्जेक्ट के लिए कौन सा मटेरियल पढ़ा. So my first point is, you have to be very concise in whatever you study while preparing for UPSC. You can't study from many sources. You have to fix your sources that are credible and that have reaped benefits in previous attempts. तो जिन लोगों के अच्छे मार्क्स आते हैं, जो लास्ट ईयर सक्सीड किए होते हैं, तो from their examples you learn which materials we should study from and which are more credible. See, this was my second attempt. So what happens, what is the difference between first attempt and second attempt is this: mathematics is a very static optional. It doesn't differ with current affairs. So if you have prepared mathematics well enough in your first attempt, it will definitely help you in your second attempt. But the thing is, with practice, you can increase your score by leaps and bounds. My score was less in mathematics. I'll also tell you the reasons for that. And Akshay and Ketan का बहुत अच्छा score है mathematics में, so they can give you even better inputs. Mathematics में करना चाहिए. I'll tell you my strategy. In general studies, what my strategy was, first of all, just go through the syllabus nicely. So that what happens is, whenever now you're reading any material, for example a newspaper or any other material, you can relate this material is in context with what thing that has been mentioned in the syllabus. For example, अगर syllabus में globalization mentioned है and आप कोई article पढ़ रहे हो जिसमें the scheduled tribes in India have been affected by globalization, then you can relate, okay, this is relevant to our syllabus. So first of all, you should be well versed with the syllabus. My strategy was, in this attempt, in last attempt what I did was, I focused too much attention on general studies. That was not a very bad strategy, because it was my first attempt in general studies. सबको लगता है कि because we get very emotional while preparing for UPSC, कि newspaper, if you are studying newspaper, we'll read it for hours and we'll try to cover current affairs from as many sources as possible. We get very emotional. So I was very emotional in my first attempt. General studies, I got a decent score, but in my essay and even in mathematics, I didn't get a good score. So in this attempt, what I did was, first of all, I tried to build a basic platform from general studies. Okay, now I am at a particular level in general studies. Now what I have to do is, I have to boost my rank. If I am with the average in some area, there has to be some area in which I have to succeed. I have to excel. So I built a basic platform from general studies, and then I chose mathematics, essay and ethics paper as the paper that will help me in enriching my rank. So my overall strategy was focusing around 50 to 60% of my time to mathematics, and the rest 40 to 50% of time to general studies. This strategy, see, every strategy in UPSC is vulnerable to boons and banes of success. I cannot say that my strategy will work for you, but the only difference between me and you has been that my strategy was a bit more lucky. So you can not fully guarantee your success on this strategy, but still there is a assurance that this might succeed, this strategy. So in this attempt, what I did was I focused most of my time to mathematics. I covered all the notes. The notes provided by IMS are very good in mathematics, so I covered all the notes first. Then I went through the book list mentioned in Prakash Raj Purohit sir's blog. So I covered almost all the books. I attempted all the test series provided by IMS. And I also did the previous year test series of IMS, and I did last 20 years question papers of mathematics. So you can see I was very much focused on mathematics. Still अच्छे नंबर नहीं है maths में. I'll tell you the reason for that also. That could have been avoided. I had a very good attempt in mathematics, but I couldn't score much. Okay, so my strategy has been to build a basic platform in general studies and choose certain subjects as my rank boosters and focus on those subjects. You can devise a strategy of your own, but I would advise follow a strategy that has shown some success. Now coming to general studies, what was my strategy? How did I build a basic platform? First of all, I covered all the topics that have been mentioned in general studies. I built a basic platform. I followed Vision IS for that. Okay, so I joined Vision IS test series, and they provide basic materials for a value-added material for each and every topic. So I covered my static part from those topics. Then my basic aim was to try to develop my analytical skills as much as possible. See any topic. If there is any topic in front of you, from how many angles can you think of about that topic? There are many angles: social, political, economic, environmental, family relations, international relations, security of the country, many things, ecology, biodiversity. So for each and every topic, values also, ethics also. So for each and every topic, I try to see from how many angles can I think about it. So my strategy was, if I have a topic in front of me, I'll just cover basic material that is provided in the market. After that, I'll try to think on that topic. I'll close my eyes and I'll think कि कितने एंगल से मैं सोच सकता हूँ इस टॉपिक के बारे में. So my strategy in general studies was limit your sources from which you study, but then enhance your thinking. How can you think on those topics? So this was my general strategy for GS. So what were the sources that I followed to develop my analytical skills? So obviously newspaper, everyone knows that. Then I used to follow Rajya Sabha videos. So in Rajya Sabha videos, what happens is they will call some analysts. For example, there is a video on India-Myanmar relations, for example. So there will be a JNU professor who focuses on India and Asian relations or Southeast Asian relations. There will be an IFS officer, Indian Foreign Service officer. There will be some NGOs or something who are concerned with India foreign relations. For example, I am forgetting the name of that NGO. So there are some NGOs that are concerned with international relations, and there will be some other specialists. So all those four specialists with that anchor will try to analyze on that topic. So what happens is you will get perspective of different people who have very different thinking domains. A bureaucrat, an IFS officer will think as a diplomat. An NGO will think more as a humanist. A JNU professor will be more theoretical in his approach. I'm not saying this is the set rule, but it happens. So if you see those videos, your analytical skills will develop in all those directions. So you will get the qualities of all the different personals in that video. So via this, I try to build my analytical skills. Then what I did was I went for group studies. In group studies, what happens is there were four of us. We used to study together. Our qualities used to supplement each other, not supplant each other. So what happened was we were benefited by the inputs of every other. So if you're forming a group, form a group with a person who is different in style and approach from you, so that you can learn from him. So we went for group studies and general studies. So what happened was, because of group studies, it saved a lot of time. If I was not able to cover a particular thing in current affairs, I still had an assurance in my mind that this thing would have been covered by other, and he would help me. So because of group study, you have a psychological confidence that even if you are leaving a particular topic, that topic will be covered by someone else who is in your group, and you won't miss on that. So because of group study, I saved a lot of time. I didn't devote much time to general studies, and still in my general studies I got a decent score. And that time, the saved time I used to devote in mathematics. My strategy was to cover every question in mathematics possible. Last year, mathematics, my attempt was a very weak attempt. I couldn't cover many questions, but this time I knew that whatever I am attending, it is right attempt, and I could attend many questions. That was because I devoted large amount of time to mathematics. I brought last 8 years test series of IMS also, last 25 years question papers, and I covered everything. So that was my strategy. So via this strategy, you ensure a safety buffer for you. You're covering everything that others cover. and now you're excelling on that platform and you're trying to do more things so that you can enrich your rank. So this was my strategy for general studies and mathematics. I didn't answer in particular because the question was also a bit general. What is the strategy? So if there is any particular question, I think it will pertain better to your doubt.
How much time will it take to cover one time in the mathematics?
One-time mathematics. One-time mathematics is I am presupposing that your question entails that we are not revising anything, just one time we are doing everything. So for that, it depends on your personal capacity also. But for an average guy, it will take around 10 to 12 months. माइक दे दो, नहीं तो हैदराबाद में आवाज नहीं आएगी.
I have covered 70-80% of I have covered 70 to 80% syllabus of mathematics by myself without any coaching, and I am able to solve questions from paper 1, which is easy, and last year it is tough, but I am still able to solve questions. In paper 2, I have studied modern algebra but not able to solve questions from it, which are very theoretical. What would be the strategy for it?
Focus on paper 2 now.
Modern algebra.
So if there is some weak area, so you have to focus on that weak area. Strategy, thoda sa aur, your question should be particular. You have to tell which area are you telling.
I am studying my BSc book, Jeevansan Publication Fund and Bambari book for this topic.
You are asking about modern algebra.
Yes, sir.
See, modern algebra is a very, very wide topic, but the thing is, you will get very easy questions from modern algebra. So what happens is, at this stage, you start reading modern algebra, and then you see a question in the question paper, and then you think, yaar, ye question mujhse ho hi nahi raha. I assure you one thing: if you cover the whole syllabus of modern algebra, and then you see a question, you will be very satisfied. Yaar, ye bahut easy question hai. So,
after covering whole syllabus
of modern algebra, if you have read entire modern algebra, the questions from modern algebra are very easy. The difficulty in modern algebra is how to cover the entire syllabus, because इतना बड़ा modern algebra है कि complete नहीं होता है.
I have covered groups part and rings part, but doesn't cover integral fields and unique factorial domain part. Two to three topics.
उस area से बहुत सारे question आते हैं. The area that you have left, there are many questions from that area, and the area that you have covered, you would be able to attempt the questions from that area very easily.
Yes, I am able to attempt.
So for modern algebra, I will try to tell you the strategy. My strategy was cover the notes that is provided by IMS. Modern algebra, very concisely prepared, and it will build a basic platform. After that, do last 20 years question paper from UPSC, modern algebra ke. So what happens is, generally the question that you see in your paper, it might be a new question, but there is a chance, 40 to 50% chance that that question would resemble a previous year question. So do all the 20-25 years questions of modern algebra. If you are not able to answer a particular question, just memorize it like a answer, even if you don't understand it. But you should be able to attempt it.
Do you think cramming is the solution?
No, cramming is not the solution.
In the end, if you are not able to solve the question, cramming is the solution.
Yeah, I'll put a situation in front of you. There is question number 1. You don't know the correct approach to solve it, but you know what you have to write in the paper, and you know that will fetch you marks. So yes, it is the solution to get you a good rank. It is not the solution in longer term, like तुम धोखा कर रहे हो society के साथ maths को रट. In that case, it is not a solution. But obviously, your rank will, if you know that what you have to write, obviously you will get marks in it.
And the second question.
And I am saying don't cram, because you cannot cram everything. Cram only those questions that have been asked in last year question papers and you can't solve. पहले पूरी try करो, 5-6 दिन try करो कि हो जाए वो question. उसके बाद cram करो. नहीं हो रहा तो.
Second question is, after 2013, the sheets in mathematics have very little space, and if you don't able to solve the question in this space, you don't get the chance to rewrite on this paper.
यार this time answer sheet इतनी भारी थी ना, और इतनी ज़्यादा space थी, हर question में 3-3 4-4 पेज दिए हुए थे.
In 2015.
This time space was बहुत अच्छी खासी स्पेस थी वहाँ पे, मतलब.
But last year Nitish K has told in a blog that the space is not enough.
तो वो ब्लॉग शायद पढ़ लिया यूपीएससी वालों ने. इस बार स्पेस बहुत अच्छी दी थी. इनफैक्ट क्वेश्चन खत्म करने के बाद भी there were 2-3 pages left. 2 pages, 1
pages. If you done a wrong question, if you done a question wrong, then you can rewrite it.
This time, yes, I think the space was sufficient that you could even rewrite that question.
Excuse me, I have a question. पहले अटेम्प्ट में अगर जीएस और मैथ्स दोनों एक साथ शुरू किया जाए, दोनों क्लासेस करते हुए, तो इज इट पॉसिबल टू कंप्लीट इट? सक्सेस मतलब ढंग की रैंक पाना?
व्हाट इज द टाइम? कितने टाइम से करो? मतलब
नहीं, जस्ट लाइक स्टार्टिंग है, 1-2 महीने से शुरू किया है, जितो में एडमिशन लिया है, तो फिर शुरू कर रहे हैं, बाजीराम कर रहे हैं, आईएमएस करने की सोच रहे हैं, तो फिर ऐसे करते करते लाइक क्लासेस में 2.5 घंटे जाएंगे. देन इज इट पॉसिबल फॉर अ फर्स्ट टाइमर टू अटेम्प्ट इट सक्सेसफुली?
ऑब्वियसली अक्षय ही हैज हिज फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. To strategize accordingly. मतलब you have to devote a good amount of time. I can't say that it is easy, but I won't say it is impossible. Obviously, there are many examples. So if there is an example, it is possible. The better question would have been, what should be the first attempters? So the strategy has to be just stick to the point. If you're giving to your first attempt, just stick to the point, just the syllabus. Don't deviate much. Second, third attempt में क्या होता है? We have a lot of time. Actually, ऐसा time पे आता है, अब क्या पढ़ें? बोर हो गए. ये फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में नहीं होता है. सो इन फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट जस्ट स्टिक टू द सिलेबस. व्हाटएवर द सिलेबस सेज, जस्ट डू इट judiciously and don't panic. Whatever you have done, just be satisfied with it and give your see Tina Davi first attempt, Artika Shukla rank 4 first attempt. Tina Davi was preparing, not Artika Shukla.
And another thing that I want to question is, I'm doing regular classes, suppose. So दिन में 5 घंटे तो ऐसी, फिर मतलब सेल्फ स्टडी को इतना टाइम बचता नहीं है, तो what will be the strategy then? To the point कर हो जाएगा?
5 hours you are devoting for coaching.
Yes.
So that 6 hours in coaching. So 24 hours, 18 hours are left. 7 hours you are sleeping. Still 11 hours are left. 3 hours for your personal time. Still 8 hours are left. So you can give some time. You have to give self-study time, because if you are not giving that time, it won't help. It is not like our IIT or 12th exam ki coaching that questions will come directly from coaching. In fact, my personal strategy has been coaching won't, in general studies at least, because the questions will be so dynamic that it won't help much coaching. So you have to give personal time to develop your analytical skills, how you will think, how you will develop those dimensions. So see, it is not impossible, but if you want to make it possible, you have to increase your hours.
Sir, I went through the previous year question.
Yeah, please pass on the mic so that even they can hear.
I went through the previous year question paper. So in mathematics, in paper 1, I came to know that some of the questions used to ask during the preparation of JEE, like some limit questions and definite integral questions. So what should be the steps followed over there?
Yeah, please, can you repeat your question?
Some of the questions from the limits concept and definite integral question were used to ask. This year also in 15 question, if you used to remember that question of the limit and definite integral. So what should be the step followed? Will it be same as we used to follow during the preparation of engineering or JEE?
No. In JEE we didn't follow any step. Limit में तो directly हम answer मार देते थे ना.
Yeah. So that.
But in this what you should do is pick a standard book. For example, a real analysis की, I think it is MD Rai Singhania, Elements of Real Analysis. So pick that book and whatever steps are followed in that book, just write your answer as it is. I think Akshay and Ketan will tell you better about this, because what I have analyzed is my marks have been low because of step marking. I didn't write steps at all. I skipped many steps in many questions. उसकी वजह से,
so there we used to follow directly the standard forms of the limit, but here we have to derive from the scratch during solving the question.
Yeah, it depends on question to question. For example, see if it is limit x tends to 0, sin x is equal to 0, I don't think you have to derive from scratch in a 5-marker question.
Yeah.
It depends on question to question, and I think you will develop this wisdom by the course. By the time you are preparing mathematics, you will understand in which question we have to write what.
And so, apart from this year question, some of the questions in paper 1 were like very, they don't lie in this syllabus actually. They are used to ask some inequality to prove in 13 and 14 paper 1 question. So from where we have to practice those sort of questions which are not directly seems to be coming from the syllabus itself.
Yeah, I don't remember any question that was totally out of syllabus.
Sir, he is talking about 2014 paper in which they ask tea planters question and Indonesian and Philippines archipelagos in geography.
I am asking about the mathematics paper 1. It was something around like, it's something like PQ less than equal to 1 by P to the power Q plus 1 by Q to the power P, something like this if you remember. This sort of inequality.
I don't remember the particular question, but I can answer you in the essence of the question that you are asking. If something is out of syllabus, don't think how can I prepare that.
Yeah.
it is out of syllabus, then let it go.
Okay.
Because even if you attempt out of 500, 460, 450 or 410, you'll get a very good score, better than other options. So there might be questions out of syllabus, but you can't dwell on it now. Because if it is within a domain, you can focus on the domain. But if it is out of the domain, if it is in the universal set, you can't study everything. So it's okay if one, at max one question I think they'll put. If they put, I don't know if they put.
Okay. And sir, for polity, do we have to follow Lakshmikant in must, or we should prepare with NCERT also, 11th, 12th NCERT?
Lakshmikant, you should do, I think, Lakshmikant.
NCERT will not work.
I didn't do NCERT for polity.
Okay.
Whatever I have learned from other friends who were also preparing with me, they also didn't do polity. NCERT is for polity.
Okay.
So Lakshmikant, but still everyone has a different strategy. My advice would be you can follow Lakshmikant and you can do chapter 2 of India Yearbook for polity and it will suffice.
And we have to cover the entire Lakshmikant completely.
Yes, entire Lakshmikant.
Thanks.
Sir, I have a question regarding GS. Sir, I am studying till after 12th for the UPSC exam, and I have studied most of the parts of the GS syllabus and mathematics optional syllabus. And in GS syllabus 2014 there are questions in geography which are very tough and they are above optional. How did you manage these questions?
2014 में तो हुआ ही नहीं था ना मेरा.
Last year you have not attempted.
नहीं मतलब हुआ नहीं था मेरा 2014 में.
But you think how to solve these questions if you
Which question?
if you think that these type of question appear in next year?
See, there are some questions which are difficult to attempt, but in those questions you have to think logically. For example, 2014 का तो मेरे को याद नहीं है, मैं 2015 का एग्जांपल दे दूंगा. If there is a question that first question in GS paper 3 that the growth in India has been jobless growth. It is the first question GS paper 3. So there is a chance that you don't know the figures. There is a chance कि तुम्हें question पढ़ के पता चला अच्छा the growth was jobless growth. ऐसा भी हो सकता है. There is a chance. So how will you analyze that? So in those type of questions you have to open your mind. See, the growth is jobless growth. So okay, just focus on primary sector growth. Agriculture. Yes, agriculture में disguised employment हो रहा है. There are more people in agriculture sector than are needed to have an efficient system. So yes, focus on agriculture sector first and show how the growth has been jobless growth. Focus on manufacturing sector. Show how the growth has been jobless growth because there has been increase in informal sector. And if informal sector has increased, that will not come in government books because informal sector doesn't pay returns and taxes. So, then come to service sector. Show how service sector has grown but service sector doesn't employ many people. So focus on each and every section. You didn't know the exact essence of the question, but still you could analyze it from various sectors. How growth was jobless growth. So in these type of questions, you have to try to think because there are many questions that you won't be able to know exactly. But then there are some questions like this time I had a comment on Arbitration and Conciliation Act. It is a factual question. So if you don't know, you can skip it. If you don't know, you have to skip a factual question. You can't answer a factual question.
Sir, do you think which strategy is better? Reading 10 books one time and or reading one book 10 times? Because in fact I am studying for GS and I think the study material for GS is very vast and I am studying from very 200 to 300 pages for every topic. Not for every topic, I think history, geography, polity, economy and revising these to develop analytical understanding rather than studying 1000 plus.
Don't study from, I told you in my first part of the lecture also, कि study from a concise material. ज़्यादा मत इधर-उधर करो because if you study from one material then you switch to another material, input that you will give is very much. You study entire and the output that you will get is very less. You will get 2-3 new things. So focus on 1-2 materials and you will know the credibility of those materials from the market. कि कौन से अच्छे हैं, कौन से नहीं हैं. So please pass on the mic.
So Prakash sir have mentioned many books and Krishna series for almost every topic, and so did you follow those completely or did you just used to do the practice questions, not the theory, because theory is also covered in the notes?
Theory I didn't do. I just did the things that were not covered in the notes. So what I did was I went through the examples. सारे examples देख लिए फटाफट. But I didn't skip anything. I did all the questions. Theoretical part, no. I didn't focus on theoretical part from those books. I don't think there is much need to focus on theoretical part. There might be a chance that some question related to theory will be asked, but very small percentage. So if you are following a new book, just do the questions. I don't think
all the questions like examples plus practice
yes,
questions.
all the questions.
And how did you ensure that the way you were doing were those correct? I mean, did you ask somebody to check those or something?
With time you'll understand. If you just started mathematics preparation, na, with time you'll understand, because the questions won't much from the notes. What will happen is question will be similar to, so you'll know the exact pattern how I should answer that. And in Krishna series there are so many examples where after doing the examples, if you're doing the practice questions, you'll know what steps you have to follow. There is a chance that you won't be able to know how to attempt this question in particular. उस time you can Google that question. Google करोगे तो कोई ना कोई book में वो question as an example मिल जाएगा.
Thank you.
Sir, how? Sir, you are from IIT background. Me too. So, sir, I want to ask that how the course that was in our first and second year is similar, some part of this UPSC. And second question is how scaling affects our mathematics optional.
Scaling, what I have analyzed is around 0.7. Around. If you are attempting, if you are doing 100 marks correct, it will be 70. The marks that you get around 0.67 or 0.7. But I can't say this with full. Okay, so it is. Coming to the first question, how much it will help? It will not help much. It will help in differential equations. I think वो करते हैं. Actually, college में मैंने पढ़ाई नहीं करी थी अच्छे से. So I don't know how much will it help. But it will give you 10, 15, 20% syllabus. But don't think that will help you much in this. It is a new beginning. Some chapters will be same. The thing is, there are some electives that you have to choose in college. For example, LPP, linear programming, ये सब electives में होते हैं. तो ये सब अगर आपने choose करे हो तो it will help.
Sir, what was your revision strategy? Because we will get very less time between two consecutive papers in UPSC exams. So what was your revision strategy?
For mathematics or for
Mathematics.
For mathematics. It is a very important question, and it has to be a very good thought has to be given to this. What happens in mathematics is flow in mathematics is very important. If you do a particular topic today and you then leave that topic for 20 days and then try to attempt a question from that topic, there is a chance कि थोड़ा डर लगेगा, you won't be confident with that. So what I did was in last attempt मैंने इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विस भी दिया था. इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विस का मैथ्स मेरा बहुत अच्छा हुआ था. उसके 15 दिन का गैप था, मैंने मैथ्स पढ़ा ही नहीं है. आई थॉट कि अच्छा हो गया, कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया था मैथ्स में. एंड यूपीएससी जब दिया मैथ्स तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत लो हो गया था पेपर करते वक्त, बिकॉज देयर वर मेनी क्वेश्चंस दैट आई न्यू दैट आई कुड हैव डन इफ आई वुड हैव रिवाइज्ड प्रॉपर्ली. सो इन दिस अटेम्प्ट व्हाट आई डिड वाज लाइक आई मेंशन्ड, आई फोकस्ड एंटायरली ऑन मैथमेटिक्स. जनरल स्टडीज को थोड़ा कम वेटेज दिया था. तो इवन बिटवीन जनरल स्टडीज पेपर जैसे जीएस पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2, पेपर 1-2 के बीच और 3-4 के बीच में एक दिन का गैप है. सो इवन इन दैट 1 day gap I used to practice mathematics for 2 hours. So that flow is maintained. Okay, coming to your revision strategy. For each and every topic, I maintained specific notes. Like ODE के मैंने 4 पेज के notes होंगे मेरे, in which I used to write the formulas, I used to write the tricky questions, I used to write the tricky steps that I memorized properly for each and every chapter. And then I also maintained and the books that I attempted, I had already marked the important questions, star mark question. So those questions exam के पहले मैंने सारे go through कर लिए थे, books के सारे questions.
And sir, what was your strategy on statics and dynamics? Because it is more a theoretical type, I think.
Statics and dynamics and fluid, generally people leave those topics. My strategy was to cover the basic things that will be asked in compulsory questions. There will be, you've seen mathematics paper. So in compulsory questions, there are some specific topics from statics and dynamics that are asked. So I covered that. Other than that, the last 15 years question papers of statics and dynamics, I did all the questions. So this was my strategy. Covered those topics that will be asked in 10 markers point of view. And then do all the questions, last year questions. And the IMS test series. KP सारे statics and dynamics के questions.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. First of all, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, in mathematics paper 1 there are 6 topics, and in mathematics 2 there are 7 topics. So I want to ask, sir, in among those topics, how many topics did you concentrate on full, like thorough practice of all the topics, or did you select some topics?
I'll tell you. I got your question. From paper 1, I'll just tell the topics that I didn't complete fully. Analytical geometry. I left some part, and that part was see वहाँ तक सब कुछ करा था. Conicoid, there is a section conicoid. in which parabolide, ellipsoid, hyperboloid starts. That portion I just did the last year questions and examples from books. वो अच्छे से नहीं करा था, but फिर भी पूरा कवर कर लिया था मैंने. So analytical geometry के लिए मैंने ये करा था. Other than that, स्टैटिक्स एंड डायनेमिक्स का मैंने वही करा था जो मैंने अभी आंसर किया, स्टैटिक्स एंड डायनेमिक्स के लिए, और एनालिटिकल ज्योमेट्री. ये दो चीज़ों के सिवा सब कुछ करा था पेपर 1 से. पेपर 2 से
in paper 1 in which like linear algebra, apart from notes, which book did you follow? Apart from notes,
कृष्णा सीरीज.
okay. And in analytical geometry, P.N. Chatterjee book is more than enough, right?
Yeah, I don't know actually, because I did from Krishna series and Shayad.
So can you just share like in 6 topics, which topics you focused only on notes, and with which topic you referred some other materials?
I think this can be covered by them, because maths वो और अच्छे से डिस्कस करेंगे तो. Okay. हाँ. That is better actually, because doubt में सब आ जाएंगे.
एक क्वेश्चन, आपका मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड है, तो didn't they ask you in the interview why did you not choose mechanical engineering as an optional?
No, they didn't ask.
But had they asked, did you have an answer ready?
Because mathematics, because I would have answered because I was more confident in mathematics. Because last year score mathematics का अच्छा था, and I was inclined towards mathematics. See, if there was a very different optional humanities वाला, so still they would have asked कि because बिल्कुल ही stream क्यों change कर ली. But mechanical engineering mathematics, और मैंने last year के transcripts भी पढ़े, किसी से भी ये क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा कि तुमने optional क्यों नहीं choose करा.